Hello and welcome to this edition of Let's Talk About It with my awesome guest today, none other than Houston's own Queen. Queen, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, thank you for being here. Queen is one of Houston's top female rap artists. You guys might know a little bit about her. You may have heard the slogan that's in her song. Can you say that for my audience?
Aint Bout That Life.
That would be Queen. I know you guys have probably heard that joint. I guess we can call it a joint, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Queen, you know what I want to ask you? How did you get involved in the rap game?
Well, actually, I started at a very young age because I was exposed to it. My cousin is Scarface, so I was always in the music family. So.
Okay. Scarface as in Scarface, the
legend.
The legend Scarface.
Yes.
Okay. Not Al Pacino.
No. Ghetto Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get it right because some folk might think it's Al Pacino.
Oh, no.
The brother named Scarface.
Yes,
Okay. Now, and you got involved in the music industry through him?
No, actually, JDawg, he's actually an artist on the Boss Hogg and SDS, which is the label that I'm on as well.
Okay.
SDS. He was looking for a female to feature on one of his songs, to sing actually.
Okay.
So my breakthrough came with me singing. And after working with him for the last couple years, I met B King, and B King set it off with that single.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, for those that don't know, who is B King?
B King is the club god.
Okay.
He actually is known for his single Crush, which hit Billboard charts as well. So he has several songs. Hammer Crush. He's a big time club artist. So.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me this, like for young girls that are coming up and watching you in the rap industry, what type of advice would you give to those young ladies?
Actually, to the young ladies, the main thing is to gain knowledge always first. And with this music being a male-dominated field, it's so easy to just follow the lead of somebody and just listen to whatever they give you. Okay. So I would just suggest that they always seek their own knowledge first and come up with their own plan and never let anybody discourage them from anything. Dream big. Basically.
All right. Y'all heard that. Dream big. You heard that from the Queen herself. Now tell me, in the rap game, that's a male-dominated field.
Yes.
How do you compete with that, or are you in a class all by yourself?
I'm in a class all by myself. I teach the class.
You what? What? She said she teach the class.
I teach the class. Actually,
all right.
I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm very spiritually connected, so my prayer just guides me through this. I never compete with a male or a female. I have my own calling, so I just carry myself in my own lane.
Is that right?
My own journey.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I have to ask you this question. You said you're a God-fearing woman.
Yes.
All right. Is there ever anything, I guess I would say, conflicting thoughts between your spirituality and what's reflected in your music?
I never doubt it because, with your relationship with, your particular spiritual Most High, there's an understanding with what's going on. The music is just a tool. But my individuality and my spirituality, that's something on a whole nother level. I don't ever compromise that. So my faith, it really guides me with this music. I never feel as if I'm doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Because if I did, I would be notified in some other way. You know what I mean? Like I would know to slow down. I would know to take it easy. Because I actually could turn it up a lot. There are a lot of options that females can easily fall into, and I never do. So I'm pretty strong on how I move.
All right. So you avoid the traps, in other words.
I avoid the traps.
All right.
I avoid the traps.
I think that's fantastic. Now, I know you're moving along really good with the, what was the single that you had?
You Aint Bout That Life.
You Aint Bout That Life.
Yes.
Now, that's what put you on the charts, right?
Yes. Actually, I was featured on the hook for that song. And the hook only exposed so much of my talent. Okay. And B King actually suggested that I do a Queen mix, a remix to it.
Is that right?
So we actually made Billboard Top 100 last year. So I took the hook and turned it into a movement. And the movement, we went on tour. Everything's really picked up.
That is that song. Fantastic. You know what? I was watching, actually the show is called The Game.
Okay.
I was watching The Game this weekend. And one of the characters on The Game made a comment to someone else on the show and said, you ain't about that life. And what was ironic is that you and I had really just met.
Yes.
And I know you told me about the movement with it. And I was like, I got to tell Queen this here. You know, this is made to the big screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really an epidemic. I mean, a lot of people may have found themselves saying it, but after our song, it really just turned into an epidemic. A lot of artists, major artists are saying it, actresses, actors, as you see. So it really started an epidemic. That phrase is just catchphrase.
Yeah, yeah, because I've heard it a million times, of course, at this point. So how did you feel once that really took off the way it did? What was that like for you?
You know, when we recorded it, B. King said, Queen, this is going to be huge. And I'm like, oh, you crazy, you know, whatever, we'll see.
Right.
And the next thing you know, I heard myself on the radio, and he called me, and he told everybody I was crying. So for the record, I did not cry. I was a little emotional, but I did not cry.
Right.
It was just surreal. I knew at that moment I needed to use that to my advantage and capitalize. You know, some people kind of sit back and like, oh, that's cool, I'm on the radio.
Right.
That really made me start at ground
zero. That was fire under you.
Crank it up.
Is that right?
I had to crank it up.
Cranking it up. All right.
Yes.
So tell me this. What's next for you?
Actually, I have my new single, Show Me the Money, that's actually in the clubs and online as well. But my mixtape, Queendom Come, will be dropping. We actually just shot the first video with Cool Films and Pipeline Productions. And that video will be dropping soon, so I'm excited about it.
All right, so you dropped a video with Cool Films and Pipeline Productions. Now, from what I understand about Cool Films and Pipeline Production, these days in the city of Houston, they are really putting it down.
Yes, they're actually working with several artists, including Surreal, Golden Boy.
Golden Boy?
Yeah, Golden Boy. Golden Boy. Scott True's Golden Boy. Okay. Yes. So I'm actually blessed to be able to work with them. They have a nice resume, great quality, and it's just, they understand my movement. They understand my vision.
Yeah. And you know what? It's so important that you have a vision, because a lot of, well, you know, like the word say, a man without a vision will perish. Right. So it's important for us to have a vision and have a goal and have a direction with whatever it is that we're doing. Otherwise, we'll never get to our goal and reach our maximum as to who we are as human beings. So how does your family feel about this and all this newfound success with you, Queen?
You know, that's very important to me. My family is very supportive. I have a strong support system, simply because they trust my judgment anyway. So that always gives me that extra push, just to know that the home foundation has my back. And, you know, that always helps. And that is always important. We all need a good, solid foundation to stand on. A lot of times if we don't have that solid foundation, we can fall. It can be discouraging.
Absolutely.
And it's so many people doing music that just any type of negativity can slow you down or discourage you. It's so easy. You can just slip just quickly, you know, so fast. But just having a support system, it helps every day.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. You know what I want to know from you? I know you're an amazing artist.
Thank you.
I know you're doing it big.
Thank you.
I know a lot of people know everything about you right now and what's happening with Queen. But what separates you from another female rapper? What makes Queen different?
100% authentic.
100% authentic.
I'm not afraid to be strong and to be smart. I'm not afraid to tell the world that I'm very well educated, book-wise, street-wise. I'm not afraid to just be myself. So, and you know, I salute to every female that's out here working and doing their thing, but I'm a leader. I have so many people to reach and touch and encourage. That's my role. My name is Queen. That's my role.
That's your role.
Yeah, that's my role.
I like that. You know, you might be alright.
Am I?
You might be alright. You know how they say? They don't say alright. They say alright. Right. I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Only because I'm sitting with the Queen. You know what I'm saying? I got to be cool with the Queen. So now, what are some of your? You know what? Before I get into that question, you know, we doing this. This is TV.
Yes.
So we oftentimes have to take a pause for the cause. So we're going to come back with a little bit more information about Queen in just a moment on Let's Talk About It. You want to stick around. You don't want to miss this. Hey, folks. Welcome back to Let's Talk About It with my awesome guest today, Queen, an amazing rap artist here in the city of Houston. You know, Queen, I don't see a whole lot of rap artists that are females these days. You know, I know there's a few that are sprinkled here and there. You know, what does that feel like for you when you don't see the market really saturated with a lot of female artists?
That creates opportunity for me. You know,
there you go.
Despite, you know, however many artists, other female artists may be doing their thing, I still feel like that lane is so wide open. So it may be a few, but I'm here. Queendom has come.
Queendom has come. Now, speaking of Queendom has come, now you told me there's a movement called Queendom, the QUEENGANG movement.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
QUEENGANG movement, a lot of my supporters are females as well. I'm trying to build those because a lot of people know I run with a lot of fellas. So right now I'm just building the female following because Queen Gang, you know, gang is not always bad. And Queen being Queen is such a strong name. It's not like the bad chick female. It's the Queen Gang. So once again, that's teaching the young girls that knowledge, leadership, all that. You know, we could stick together and show them all the plastic stuff doesn't last too long. You know, but when you stick to the strong qualities, that takes you a little further.
Yeah.
So that's really for us to build up and reach out to other young girls. My stylist Haley and I are actually sponsoring a young lady's prom this year. So we're searching for a high school student, and we're going to sponsor her dress, her makeup, and, you know, just give back. Just show ways to give back.
Is that right? I think that's wonderful. And I also feel like when you've achieved a level of success in the community, it's always important that we go back and help somebody else. You know, and you can't help the world, but if you can help one person and make the difference in the life of a person, then so often that spills over into other people and that person's life as well. And I always say each one reach one.
Exactly.
You know, if each one of us can reach another one of us, I think it makes the world that much better.
I feel like that's where the blessings come in. You're here to be a blessing to others. I firmly believe that. So just some of the feedback I get from artists is how I inspire them or how I motivate them to do the same thing I'm doing. You know, I don't take it as competition. I take it as, wow, I was a blessing to somebody. So it keeps me focused on what I need to do. I get messages all the time from females. You know, it's sometimes surreal that I get that type of feedback because I'm still working. Right. But just to get it, it's like, man, I got to keep doing this. I have to. Yeah.
So you feel a certain level of responsibility?
Yes. Because like I said, you can cut on the TV and you're not hearing a lot of people encouraging people to stay in school, the young people to stay in school. You don't hear that anymore. So it's time for me to put that back in the front line.
I think that's important. And education is always important. I want to also say this, or ask you this rather. What are some of the stereotypes that you would like to dispel about the rap game and female artists in the rap game?
All female artists don't take the easy route, if you know what I mean. That sometimes people just assume that if a female's moving at a rapid pace that she must be doing something, you know. And I can clear it up that the something I'm doing is grinding. So you know, that's one of the stereotypes that all females don't just always have to look for handouts and stuff like that. A lot of us are go-getters and willing to go, you know, hustle for what we want.
And that would represent you?
Yes.
All right. Now when you say grinding, for those people that aren't as cool as you and I, grinding simply means?
Grinding is creating a plan and following through, creating ways to create opportunity. You know, that's how I put it.
All right. So just tell me an example of some of the ways you're grinding right now.
Online. Online is the key to success these days. So just finding different opportunities to tap in everywhere online, or I'll sell a CD out my trunk quick. You know, I ain't too cute for that, you know. But, I mean, it's just finding any lane that you can get in to spread the word about your movement. However you can do that, instead of waiting on people to do it for you. Grinding is you getting up and going to do it yourself.
All right. So you ain't waiting on nobody. I
ain't waiting on nobody.
You handling your own stuff.
Yes.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. So now, you know what? I had an opportunity, actually, after we had our shoot the other day, to take a look at one of your videos. The one that's You Ain't Bout That Life.
Yes.
For some reason, I just can't get that right. When I try to say it, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not cool enough or something. It's the grammar.
It's the bad grammar.
You ain't bout that life. Yeah, you ain't about that life. Yeah. I know that. Now, you have a lot of females in that video.
Yes.
So,
Queen Gang.
Oh, that is the Queen.
It's some of them. I mean, the Queen Gang, we're in, as far as Pennsylvania, Atlanta, Shreveport, Lafayette, Lake Charles, Atlanta, Canada.
So it's not just a Houston thing.
It's not just a Houston thing.
Okay.
I'm grinding. So
like you said, you grinding.
Yeah, I'm tapping into all markets. So those are just some of the females who help me and support me in Houston.
The ones that were in the video.
The ones that were in the video. So that's just a few of them. You may see me with I switch them up, you know, depending on the occasion. But I have a lot of support. So I'm just blessed for that.
That is fantastic. Now tell me this. What part of Htown did you actually grow up in?
I'm actually from the east side of Houston.
The east side of Houston?
The east side of Houston.
What is that actually called?
The east side.
Oh, it's called the east side.
You know, Ferrell Road, Channel View, North Shore area.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
got
that's where I was. You know, and it's kind of overlooked because everybody knows North Side. You got Slim Thug, JDawg, Michael Watts, you know, that kind of thing. On the South Side, you got Lil Kiki, the Screwed Up Clique.
Okay,
you know?
I heard that name before.
So now on the east side, we have Kurt Cobain's. I know everybody knows who Kurt Cobain's is. So we have Kurt Cobain's and Queen now.
And Queen now, being you.
Yes.
All right. That's fantastic, man. So now, once you conquer the rap game, what other things do you aspire to do?
Actually, I'm a businesswoman as well, so big on nonprofits. So any way I could incorporate organizations where we can fund and invest in giving back. I'm big on supporting my fashion stylist. She has Styles by Haley going on, and I'm really a support system myself. So as they support me, the people support me, I always look for ways to strategize. You know,
to bring them on up with you.
Bring them on up with me.
And that goes back to what we said a little bit ago, actually, about each one reach one. You know, when you are blessed and you're able to be a blessing, then you can bring other people up along with you. And I always think that's wonderful. And I think it's good that we continue to remind ourselves of that. Oftentimes, when artists reach a certain level of success, it seems that they kind of like forget about where they came from. You know?
I've been a student in this music game for so long, so I know I can kind of take what I would do and take what I wouldn't do and adjust it to how I move. Gotcha. You know, this is a grimy game, and that's why I say the knowledge is so important. Reading the fine print, reading the contracts, reading everything on just the music industry, period. Right. So you can teach yourself before you walk into that meeting. I'm not signing that, or I don't, you know. Right. You already be prepared for it. Yeah, I think that's smart. And so often I think people get excited about the hype and the opportunity for popularity in whatever their field is, and they just want to sign any and everything. Right. You got to be willing to turn down. You got to be willing to turn down. And you have to know that opportunity will come back again. And I think so often people forget that. Or they think this is the only opportunity that I'll have. Oh, they'll come at you like they're sharks. Hey, there you go. I mean, I've had opportunities to meet with investors and different distributors, but like I said, if they're catching on to me now, and I haven't even scratched the surface yet, I know that, okay, let me build my brand a little bit more, and those numbers going to stretch out a little bit more before I'm ready to put my John Hancock on anything. There you go. I guess that goes back to you being a smart businesswoman, huh? Yes. You got it like that? You know, I do a little something. I guess that's how you earned the name, huh? Yes. Because not just anybody can sit on the throne. Right. Right. Queen, the name Queen comes with responsibility, like we said earlier, and I have not only females but males who actually rely on me for strength. Really? So I mean, some stiff dudes, you know, in jail, out of jail. You know, I always tell the young guys, you can't do anything locked up. Yeah. You know, and I'm not paying anybody bills or feeding anybody, so it's hard to dictate how somebody does their thing. But all I can do is remind them that, hey, you gotta stay free. Only way you can advance is just by being free out here. Wow. So. You know, you're saying some good stuff, girl. Thank you. Yeah, some stuff. Bringing it out. Some folk can chew on a little while, you know, after you sit at the table, you know, some things you can think about that might resonate in your spirit, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I think it's important that we make the difference in the lives of others. We're going to be right back in just a moment with more of Queen, so you guys want to stick around before the show is over. It's going to get good, baby. All right, welcome back to this edition of Let's Talk About It with my awesome guest, Miss Queen, one of Htown's own. Houston is really producing some amazing artists, man. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of artists coming up, underground artists, and starting to finally get the recognition we deserve. Yeah, yeah. So, Queen, now in your music, how do you come up with, you write your own stuff, right? Yes. How do you come up with the things that you put in your music? Is it because of your life experiences and things like, what's some of the things that's happened in your life that's lended itself to your writing? Oh, anything from just the basic struggles I watched my mother go through to just life experiences from being around, exposed to the drug dealing and people who decide to make a different choice in their life, however they may do their thing, to going to school, to just being very observant in life, period. I watch everything, whether it directly affects me or the people around me. So a lot of my influences just come from the people around me in life.
Right.
Just life.
Okay. So tell me, so you've actually experienced some of those things? You've actually been around it or seen it for yourself?
Oh, yeah.
So, what's one of the worst experiences that you've had?
Oh, you know, like I said, I've been around a lot. You know, I've had a lot of close friends that go in and out of jail. So just seeing how it may affect those friends that's been on drugs and their life just kind of dwindles down. Right. You know, just watching people metamorphosize into something that you would never think. Okay. So I'm affected just by some of the pain that those close to me go through. Okay. You know?
Yeah. So tell me this, how did you keep yourself from falling into some of those pitfalls that you witnessed in your environment?
Like I said, I'm very spiritual. So my prayer, it keeps me from some of the darkest moments. Okay. And I mean, I'm human, so things come in my life to where that choice is here, like, okay, what you gonna do? You know, and I pray before anything. I pray before a show. I pray before this interview. I pray before anything good or bad, because I'm protected. So, you know, I've been, like I said, I've had the chances to choose the other way. Right. But just knowing the bigger picture and being strong for so many people that count on me, it's easy for me.
That's great. That's great. You know, and one of the things that I think is so important is the choices that we make. Because the choice you make today actually can affect your life forever. Yes. And so it's important that we are very careful in the choices that we make. And not only that, but when you're a role model, and people are watching you, or kids are watching you, there are certain behaviors that you just don't want them to see if it's something that's in a negative light. You know, I know you feel like you probably got a big responsibility on your hands. Yes. With
you know, that's why I'm so big on speaking about knowledge, because you can cut on the music and you just get the music. Okay. And people have to remember that that's my occupation. The music is just the occupation. Right. So when I get opportunities to speak to people, they got to see that other side. Like, it's deeper than just what you may hear on the radio, what you see on the TV screen. You know, when you dig a little deeper into the personal side, you can get something from it. I feel like you get a little something from it.
A little something, something. Everybody get a little something, something. You know, I think it's important for people to see this side of Queen.
I agree.
Because so often what we see is the hardcore, you know. But there's always two sides to people. And I'm so thankful that I get the opportunity to expose your softer side.
Thank you so much.
So that the world can see another part of you and know that it ain't all about that life.
Right. Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? This is a project that you got, right? Yes. This is it? Would it be called a mixtape?
It's a mixtape.
All right, and it's simply entitled Queen.
Yes, Queen.
Queen.
Yes.
All right. Now you got a lot of different songs that you actually wrote.
Yes.
That are on here?
Actually, I write all my music, and that was the CD we pressed up for our Southern tour last year, the You Aint Bout That Life tour. Okay. Took us through Mississippi, Louisiana, Atlanta, Tennessee. We hit a lot of the big major radio stations, and I have big features. Slim Thug from Boss Hogg.
Okay. Another one of Houston's own, Slim Thug,
Yeah, so it's something, you can find it on the internet, and got some good music on there.
Now, from what I understand also, with a little research of mine on you, is that, I think the song, was it #1 in Texas?
It was #1 in Texas. We actually charted top 100 Billboard hip hop and R&B.
So, and it made the Billboard.
Oh yeah.
Is that right?
Just to even look at the list, to get the email, like, we've been notified that you're a writer on this top Billboard hit. I'm like, whoa, wait, is this spam? Like, what is this? So,
is it spam? Huh?
Yeah, just to look at your name on that list, and then you look at the Nicki Minaj or the Big Sean or Beyonce, everybody on that list. So
and you made that list. Yeah, because you about that life.
I'm about that life.
If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. You know what? We had another artist, Htown artist actually. That actually came to the studio, and he knew that you would be interviewed today. Okay. And that artist is none other than Houston's own Golden Boy.
Ah, it's my boy. It's my boy.
Is that your boy?
That's my boy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I think you guys are actually on this same
We have a lot of the same associates and colleagues.
Okay.
You know, we network with some of the same teams and business partners. So our movement, we support each other's movement.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it when I see other artists supporting other artists, you know, in whatever that genre of artistry is. He actually dropped by and he said, hey, I know you're going to be interviewing Queen today, and he knows that your signature is yellow glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like your signature.
Yeah.
So everybody know Queen by the yellow glasses.
You know, when you see those glasses, that's Queen.
That's Queen. So how'd you come up with that?
Actually, I had a photo shoot. It was a Selling Dreams photo shoot. And that was just one of the props.
Really?
The glasses were just one of the props. And it just, I'm like, they stand out so much.
Okay.
Even if it matched my outfit or not.
You gonna wear it?
I'm wearing those glasses. So, you know, people just blend in so much in the club.
Yeah.
And when I walk in, they see those yellow glasses, like the DJ or the promoter, they automatically know, oh, Queen in the building, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah, it kind of set me apart.
That's good. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with being set apart.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. It's a good thing to be set apart. I think when everybody looks the same, everybody blends in.
Exactly.
But if you want to be noticed, you got to be something different.
You got to stand out.
So in a sea of red, if you see a dot of yellow,
Exactly.
you're going to notice that dot of yellow.
Exactly.
So you're going to notice who?
Queen.
If you don't know, now you know. You know what? Not only did Golden Boy stop by because he said he knew you were going to come through, but he wanted to do something a little special for you. You know he has a line of glasses called Sky Trues.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
And it's like everybody wearing the Sky Trues, from Latavia Robertson, former member of Destiny's Child, to a lot of the rap artists and everything.
Right.
So he wanted to present something very special to you.
Okay.
But he's not here to do it, so I'm going to actually do it for him.
Okay.
So this is your very own special pair of custom-made Sky Trues,
That's cool.
designed by Houston's own Golden Boy. And not only is Golden Boy a rapper in the city of Houston, he's also an amazing artist.
Yes.
And he's now actually placing his talent on your face with these eyeglasses.
That's cool.
So I wanted to present these to you from Golden Boy.
Thank you so much. I
You are
really appreciate this.
absolutely.
Got my name on the side and everything.
Oh, was your name on it
Yeah,
too?
he got my name on the side.
Because you bought that
He
light.
bought that light. He bought that light. It's got truths. I'm so happy.
Definitely. I know I'll get to see you rock those at some point.
Oh, yeah, I got to take a picture in those.
You got to take a picture in those, needless to say. I have thoroughly enjoyed my interview with Miss Queen.
Likewise.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know what? I'm going to invite you back on the show.
I'd love to come back.
I'm going to invite you back on the show. I love having wonderful guests, awesome guest people that are doing it, putting it down here in Htown.
Thank you.
So I'm going to definitely invite you back
I really appreciate
for a
that.
visit on the set of Let's Talk About It. I hope you guys have enjoyed this edition of Let's Talk About It as much as I have. I hope you've been informed, inspired, and educated in this process. Until next time, we'll see you then on Let's Talk About It. Oh, but before we go, for more information on Queen, can you give them a little information on how to get in touch with Queen?
Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Queen of SDS. And also you can just go to Google and Google Queen SDS, and a lot of my music and videos will pop up.
Oh, that's fantastic. And for more information about this show, you can reach us at Let's Talk About It 12TV at gmail.com. That's Let's Talk About It 12TV at gmail.com. Until next time, we'll see you then.